So guys, I wanted to do more videos on Sonucido the Mage, but I didn't. Sorry about that. I really wanted to do more, but there's always some kind of reason, or I keep forgetting it, and yeah. I'm still working on the game. The game looks now a little bit better, because my fiancé said that the colors of the water and the dirt tiles were not so great, and we figured out together better colors. And these two parts of the game you will see over and over again. Not all the time, but over and over again. Now it's great that the color is a better fit for the game. It's a little bit moodier, I think, more atmospheric, and just blends in well with the other colors in the game. I also added some little details, like a shovel or this fireplace where somebody cooks something. And I think this adds a lot to the atmosphere and just the visual variety of the game, which was a major problem in the beginning of the development, but now I think it's getting better and better. I finished one of the later levels a couple of days ago. It's a bigger one, and I think it's really good. When you are making a game, you just learn so much about the identity of the game, and I think it really shows, and I'm happy that I took the advice of the Dune founders. I think John Romero said this, that you should do the beginning of a game in the end, because you learn so much of the game, and a strong beginning in a game is really important. And I took this advice and never did level 1 and 2, and I still need to do it. I did level 3 to 26, I think, are finished and playable. There are a little bit tiny pieces which I need to address, some little details to add, but they are pretty much done and playable. I will do the beginning and the end of the game at the end of development for that exact reason, and I think it's a good decision. I also introduced a new puzzle type, which is used 2 times in the game. It's a more logical puzzle, and I think it's a great addition to the game. I don't think that I will add more puzzles. I think it's enough right now. There are 2 lateral ones and a couple logical puzzles, and I think it's a great addition to the gameplay. Also a great addition are the instant screens, which are small choose-your-own-adventure style incidents, which you can trigger in some places and make a decision. It's also a great way to use your skills more often. These are classic skill checks. If you have medium vitality in the screen, you can go through it without being hurt. And if you have very high luck, you can also go through this without being hurt. And if you want to play a luck-based character, you can do it. It will be sometimes a little bit more interesting, but maybe sometimes a little bit more hard, but you can do it. And I really want to balance the game, that you can focus on one skill or focus on 2 skills, but also play a balanced character, so that there is a little bit of replayability also in the character design, but there's also replayability because you won't see every place in the game. To see every place in the game, I think you need to play it at least 3 times to see most of it 2 times. I think 80% of players will play it once or won't finish it, and the rest will replay it, and of that 20%, maybe also 80% will only do another run. So like 96% will do 1 or 2 runs, and I think this is true for many games where you could replay the game, but I think many people don't do it so much. But we will see. I'm really interested in the feedback I will get for Sonucido the Mage. I still think about the price for the game. The price will be $10 or $13. I'm really sure that it will be between these two, and I have a tendency for $10, but maybe I have another idea and the game gets excitingly even bigger, and then it will be $13, but I think it will be $10, so that you know that. Working for over a year on a game is really interesting in a lot of ways. You think about the design of the game in another way. I had this with Flufftopia, but there were very big breaks in the development between the updates, and I had a lot of time to think about it. But when you continuously working on a game, sure, I also had breaks, but not months, just a few weeks. You think differently, and I think in a good way, because you always iterate a little bit more, but you are also true to the core idea of the game. I'm also very happy to announce that it will most likely run on your computer, even if it's an old potato computer. If it's a really tiny netbook from 8 years ago, it maybe won't run well, but it will start. And there will be some hidden options to make it even more playable on these kinds of machines, but I wouldn't recommend it so much. But if your computer is like 10 years old and has a graphics card in it, it should work absolutely fine. If it's a little bit newer and runs on integrated graphics, it also should be fine. So most computers should run this without any problem. And yeah, so that's it, guys, for this episode of the devlog for Sonucido the Mage. I hope you liked it. Still working on the game. I need to do more updates, and still not a release date yet, but I will announce it. And have a nice week, have a good day, and see you in the next progress report for Sonucido the Mage.